Welcome to In the Garden with Laura. This is a new series designed to help you know how to create the garden of your dreams using native plants. And we want to give you the tips and the information so that you can create the garden of your dreams. Welcome back to In the Garden with Laura. Delighted to have here today with me Rose Norseth, a master gardener for many years and an incredibly knowledgeable person about gardening. We're going to talk about pruning today because it's a very important subject. It helps with the health, the productivity, the beauty of your plants, as well as maintaining their shape and size. A well-pruned garden can be a work of art. A garden that has not been pruned can look sort of like what the house is like after 5 kids have been running through it for a weekend. So pruning is best to be done on a regular basis. But you need to know how to prune and what to prune, which is why we have Rose here. Rose, are there some general rules about pruning?
Well, yes, there are. 3 Ds: dead, diseased, or damaged. And there's one more that many people don't know about, but you should also look for girdling roots at the base of a tree before you start looking for the dead, diseased, and damaged.
Okay, so let's start with girdling. And I actually had a tree one time that had girdling roots. Right. Maple tree, 20, 30 years old, right, that started to die. Yeah. And this was because the roots had wrapped around the tree.
Well, no, the roots had not wrapped around the tree. The roots had wrapped around roots. It was something, if you think of this is my roots, and here's the soil way up here. And when you put the plant in the ground, you didn't open it up and pull the roots around. And there was one that came up, came across here, like that. And as they grew, that got tighter, and these got crushed, and
that's girdling.
Girdling, and this one got pushed up above the ground some.
Gotcha.
And this is the one you want to cut.
Okay.
And you have to be careful because when you cut it, you have to use a saw. Okay. Usually, because pruners won't work. It just flips right up, gotcha. And so
a fairly complicated process. If you've got a problem with girdling, we'll respond to that more on the website about right. How to deal with girdling.
Yeah.
But you look for that first.
Right.
Then if you have dead, diseased, or what was the third D?
Damaged.
Damaged, you cut it right off at any time of year, correct?
Damaged is sometimes difficult. Sometimes insects create damage.
Okay.
And now this one has very serious damage there, here, and there, and this was a 17-year cicada, and the female was laying eggs in the bark itself and cut the bark, and you can see that then a disease developed inside. Okay. So it was obviously something here and it broke off, so that not necessarily below here was bad, and you could cut off just that one.
Just that part. Okay. So next I would say, do you prune all trees and shrubs?
Shrubs, yes, you can prune those. Trees, you need to be careful. If you get a tree that's over 15 feet and you're going to try to prune it, you're going to get a ladder and you're going to go out and work on it, and that's very dangerous. So 15 feet or over, I think it's best if you call an arborist in. It's going to cost you some money, but you're not going to fall off that ladder and end up at the hospital.
And you should really just prune trees in the middle of winter when they're dormant?
That's the best time, and, okay. And some shrubs also the best time.
We'll go into specifics on shrubs later. Well, I think this has been a quick overview on pruning, and we will talk a little further about pruning in our next vodcast. Thank you for joining me, Rose.
Well, thank you for having me.